The anime Armed Girls Machiavellism takes place at a high school where the girls dominate the boys through strict rules and their fighting prowess. It is still shamefully, but it's no exactly happens. They're similar to the girls Robert under the Aeon reign, but one boy named Nomura arrives to challenge the status quo. Let's recap this action-packed anime series. Nomura gets transferred to Yako Private Academy after getting into one too many fights. Here, the girls known as the Five Supreme Swords rule over the boys. The leader Rin tries to force Nomura to dress and act feminine, but he resists. He stresses that he really has free might trying. After accidentally kissing Rin in a fight, Nomura continues to clash with the Supreme Swords, like Mary and Satori, as he tries to gain his freedom. We learn about the school's dark history of experimenting on students for battle techniques. The brutal queen named Amu takes an interest in Nomura's fighting skill. When Amu appeased his Egyptian grading on in China Ludis, he wrote like in episode 5, Nomura teams up with another boy named Mascadora, who's been forced to work for the villainous girls. In the second half, the story expands with more battles and intrigue. Episode 6 has a big sumo fight with Nomura against Rin's giant bear Kyugu. Later, he challenges Mary's forces to reach the school rooftop. And that does make Yubu see the money, but they also completely see the Setcha. In Drivers like, Nomura suspects the Supreme Sword Satori is plotting against him. In episode 8, he infiltrates the girls' dorm to stop Satori, but ends up captured and tortured. With help, he turns the tables on Satori. By episode 10, Nomura has gained fame by defeating Kyugu, but the mysterious queen ambushes and nearly kills 2 Supreme Swords. The scientifically speaking believed by deceiving a visual archer, as Machiavellianism, Nomura learns the truth about the queen's sad past and how she knew him from childhood. In the final episodes, the various story threads come together. In episode 11, Nomura and the queen have an intense fight going all out with their powers. Though enemies, they come to understand each other through battle. Matters bath of leads when it comes to ascend to the top of the aniplot. With help from others, Nomura defeats the queen and convinces her to stop her rampage. In the finale, Nomura convinces the school principal to stop the experiments on students for good. But therefore is the agent The Supreme Swords end their oppression of the boys as Nomura stays at the school. Armed Girls Machiavellism packed a ton of action and plot into its 12 episodes. Sort of course in Archiavica, which the first Nomura made for a great rebel protagonist, as he fought for his morals against the tyranny of the girls. Seeing him take on colourful enemies like Rin, Mary and the Queen kept the fights exciting. It has to build on just how. And we got an engaging story as well with the experiments, the Queen's past, and Nomura's relationships with the girls. The best importance needing to the Heaven Bun. Its hold was found in the sea as Zada's. While I wish the ending wasn't so rushed, overall, it was a fun ride with cool animation and non-stop twists. But of a sold having gratiated. Due to this room heavy Armed Girls Machiavellism is worth watching for anime fans who want an entertaining action series with a unique school setting. And that wraps up this recap of the Eki anime Armed Girls Machiavellism. Laking ahead of them is actually some sauce and crack. There's never a dull moment in the show's fast-paced 12 episodes. The Lime Race's likely marry system, as such has borne attention of their challenging as supply donation at the backup, which means that the so likely property-levered trollback. If you're looking for an anime with crazy fight scenes and a rebel protagonist battling against girl power, be sure to check this one out. Unmarged to recognize the oversized similar of rebels with happens. This is an extra